Hi everybody, just updating our angle here a little bit. How are you? I'm Dr. Jordan Leasure. I'm the owner physician of North Shore Proactive Health, a state-of-the-art wellness clinic in the northern Chicago suburbs. And we are talking tonight about implementation. So I know we had some heavier topics scheduled. We're going to hold off probably until tomorrow around lunchtime. I actually have a child-free evening, so I am sneaking out to the fire pit in about 5 minutes, unless you guys have a lot of questions. So I want to touch on a couple things tonight about what you are doing to currently improve your health. So a lot of people think they're eating better. A lot of people make a resolution or decide they're going to start working out more. You know, the pandemic, everybody was stuck at home, was a great time to start changing habits. Did it happen? Would be my question. And if you had some other health concerns and you weren't able to see your doctor or your visits were switched to virtual, how did that work for you? For some, it was better. For some, it may have been more of a challenge. You may be able, or you may resonate more with your provider actually in person versus over the phone or over the computer. So think about that. Think about what works best for you in each situation. And also, you know, who was your accountability partner? If you were not going to work, I heard a lot from my clients, you know, they were unable to maintain some of the habits they had previously established, like taking a walk around the office at lunchtime or eating healthy with other coworkers, you know, some of that peer pressure that you didn't have because you were stuck at home. Has that changed? Some of us have returned to work. And if not, you know, what are you doing about it? So that's what we're talking about really quickly tonight. So for those of you that don't know, because I haven't really done a deep dive into the services that we offer at the office, we've put a couple blog posts out recently about functional medicine testing and addressing some deeper concerns, really getting to the root cause of what's going on. For me, I don't feel like anyone should be suffering. I think that, and this is a personal viewpoint, I think that prescription drugs are overutilized in the United States. I think that the opportunities that we have to take responsibility for our health and modify our health from an internal basis, I think those are underutilized. And I would like to flip that. I would like to see all of us living happy, healthy, and energetic lives. I would like to see everyone take responsibility. I have like literally like a hair, like scratching my face, distracting me. My son used all my makeup as like toys the other night. So everything's, I don't even know where my lip gloss has been, honestly, but I think we're good. So anyway, I would like to see everyone utilizing all of the resources that they have. You are powerful. Your body is powerful. Your body was designed to be healthy. And remember, and it sometimes is a hard reality to wrap your head around, but none of us have poor health because God looked at you and said, you're going to have rheumatoid arthritis, or you're going to have lupus, or you're going to have cancer. It doesn't work like that. Over 90% of chronic disease is based on lifestyle choices. And you don't have to be perfect all the time, but let's clean things up. So if you have questions, if you have concerns, that's what I'm here for. I want you to take a piece of paper, and again, you do have an assignment today. Take a piece of paper, and I want you to just reflect on 3 very, very easy things. And if you don't have a clear answer to any of these, that's where I come in. So that's where I can help to provide guidance, I can help to provide accountability, and I can help to provide knowledge and a clear answer. One of the, and I wouldn't say complaints, but one of the things I hear from a lot of my clients quite often is that, you know, they read XYZ on the internet, or so-and-so says this, or they read this here and a counterpoint on the next webpage. And I will tell you, just like the ad says, you know, I'm a French model. Literally, you can find anything on the internet. So making sure that you're working with a professional, and by all means, it does not have to be me, because functional medicine is a very personalized specialty. So you need to work with somebody that you trust, that you connect with, and that you have a fantastic vibe with, so that when they want you to be accountable, you are excited to be accountable to that person. They are your teammate. They are your coach. It should not be someone that you feel uncomfortable telling the truth to, or you just don't vibe with that person, because your functional medicine physician is somebody you're going to see periodically. You're going to talk to them periodically, and it has to be somebody that understands you and that has your best interest at heart and genuinely wants to see you healthier. You're not just a number for the majority of functional medicine physicians in our offices, believe me. So here's your homework, if you're ready. Grab your piece of paper, write these things down. Number one, I want to know your why. So if you are not feeling as happy, healthy, and energetic as you want to be, what would make you want to change your diet? What would make you want to work out? What would make you want to engage in healthier activities? And usually that is, a pretty big, it's a pretty tall order. For me, it's Parker. Hi, Chrissy. Thank you for tuning in. I try to get up. I set my alarm for about 5:45 every morning. I get up, I get dressed. Oftentimes I'll check to see if my patient schedule has changed for the day. I'll return a couple of emails. So honestly, I'm probably getting on the bike about 6:15. And typically Parker wakes up 6:30, a little bit later if we're lucky. But my Peloton is in his playroom. It's our loft area. So he'll come in, and sometimes he'll be groggy and cranky. A lot of times he's excited, he's happy, he'll give me a high five and say, "Oh, mommy, you're on your bike," which is my duty to show him that exercise is an activity that should be done every day. So that's just a byproduct of my why. But honestly, because obviously I had him at an elderly age, I want to make sure that I have my shit together so that I'm able to dance with his wedding. I'm able to be, the hot mom in high school. I don't want to be, the elderly, decrepit mom that he's pushing around in a wheelchair that has needs. I want to be dancing circles around him in college. So, and if anybody's keeping track, I'm going to be like in my 60s when he's in college. So, that's my plan. That's my why. For you, it could be completely different. For you, it could be that you want to dance with your spouse at your 50th wedding anniversary. It could be, depending on your age, it could be that you want to have kids. So there is no wrong why, but knowing what your why is very important. So spend a little time tonight and think about that. Why do you want to travel? Your why may not involve anyone else. It may purely involve you. It may involve your parents. It may involve your children. There's no wrong answer. But take a minute and write down what your why is. Why do you want to be healthier? Why do you want to do better? So number 2 is going to be, who is your accountability partner? And there may not be one, but that's why I want you to think about it. So number 2, who keeps you accountable? Do you set the tone for the household? So if you're going out to eat dinner and everybody wants pizza, are you the one ordering salad? And you're sort of peer pressured into eating the pizza. On the flip side of that, is everybody else, making healthy choices, and you're the one that is sometimes sliding off the cliff. But take a look, what are your habits of your friends like? What are the habits of extended family like? Typically we like to think that disease is familial and things are based on our genes. But again, 90% of disease is based on lifestyle choices. So the reason that unfortunately disease often travels in a familial line is because we all have the same habits. We're all eating the same foods. We're all either doing the same activities or not doing activities. So take a look, who is setting the tone for health in your family? Do you need some help? Do you have an accountability partner? Do you have a friend that is always calling you to go for a run? Or are you the one that's always encouraging other people to have healthy habits? So think about that, because again, that's where we come in. The group stress program that we run is amazing because we have that accountability. We're all in it together. So think about that. That may be something that you may want to sign up for in the future. Number 3. Are you ready? Number 3 is, what is your health goal for 2020? There is so much noise going on right now. There's so much heaviness happening in the world that oftentimes as individuals, we get lost, we get stuck, we get smothered. And I don't want you to feel that way. However you're feeling right now is okay. If you don't know how to feel, because again, the world is crazy right now. If you don't know how to feel, that's okay. If it was your birthday yesterday and you're still celebrating, you're popping champagne tonight, that's okay. If you are at home and you're under the covers and you are crying and you are miserable and literally it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, I love you, I'm sorry, but that's okay. You are allowed to feel however you need to feel right now, but I want you to remember that in 2 weeks, in 2 months, in 2 years, you're still going to be here. And you need to worry about you. Just like if the plane's going down, who do you put the mask on first? You. You are not able to help other organizations. You are not able to help your family. You are not able to help yourself if you don't have your mask on first. So let's make sure that we do that. We are stronger if we are as happy, healthy, and energetic as we can possibly be. So let's do that today. Your third instruction, I want you to write down what your goal, if you had resolutions for 2020, you can write that down. Have you achieved them? But really, I want you to reflect. How does you, and we're halfway through the year, so how does June 2020, how do you look figuratively compared to June 2019? Are you looking better? Are you feeling better? Do you have more energy? Are you prouder of your achievements? Are you looking younger? If the answer is no to those questions, we need to work on that. The number one complaint that I hear from patients, aside from I thought it would go away, was I'm XYZ age, this is how I expect to feel. And I can tell you right now, literally if you Google like the 90-year-old doing yoga, or Google blue zones, there are individuals that are 100 that could probably run circles around a lot of us. So literally there's no excuse for being 40 and this is 40, or being 50 and this is what I thought I would feel like, or being 70 and I've got XYZ chronic disease and I'm on XYZ medications. Absolutely no. Because there are plenty of individuals that are 75, 85, 95, and they're on no medications. And they are kicking it and they're rocking it every single day. So that's what I want for you. And if that's what you want for yourself, you better send me a private message and let me help you do it, because that's what I'm here for. So literally, I am running out of the house as we speak. I'm hoping that Parker is going to bed with Grandma. If you guys have questions, feel free to hit me up. I know we went through everything relatively quickly. Tomorrow's Thursday. I am booked with patients literally like 9 to 6. I'm going to try and get a video done in the afternoon around lunchtime. And then Christy, I'm going to be in touch. I'm thinking that Friday morning I'll be doing a video as well. I've got a little bit of free time in there. We've got a couple requests for topics going on, and then Christy and I are going to start promoting a private Zoom meeting. So if you heard about that, if you're interested in that, essentially it's going to be sort of like a giant group consultation with me. So we're going to talk about stress. We're going to talk about what you can be doing for your stress. And I hope that everybody learns a little bit from one another. It's sort of a teaser or a preview of what it would look like to do one of our group stress groups. So it sounds like it works for you. Stay tuned for that sign up. I love you all. I appreciate you tuning in. And again, if you have questions, if you have a topic that we haven't discussed or that you would like more information on, feel free to send me a private message. As always, please share the videos. I think all of us are expressing a lot more stress than we'd like to realize. So someone may say they're fine, but if you're able to share some hints and tips with them, they may actually end up a little bit better than they anticipated. And then, of course, if there's something that you want to discuss, that's what this group is. This group is for you. This group is not for me. I hop on and I do live videos, not necessarily just to hear myself chitter-chatter, but to share a little bit of information with you, because there's a ton going on up here. So if there's something you want to know about, share it, start a discussion with each other. If you have an area of expertise, please feel free to contribute to the conversation. And if you want a topic started, but you want to start it privately, feel free to send me a private message and we will start that discussion as an anonymous post. And I'm happy to do that as well. So have a beautiful Wednesday evening. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye-bye.